What is good? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing very well, and I hope you got pretty lucky today and were blessed by faker gods like me. I won the bundle in my dreams because, of course, I didn't get the email. Who gets the email? I think just botters get the email, scalpers get the email. I'm not really sure, but I was dying to get one of these. The SKT1 Signature Edition pre-sale raffle emails have officially gone out, and if you're like me, which you probably are, you missed out. If you got it, congratulations, but they're selling for like 7K right now. And yes, these are like real prices. You see some lower, but look, after what we saw with Korean selling for a few K here, it was only a matter of time as well. 3,500 people buying them for like 2K USD, 3K USD, somewhere in that range. Chinese selling for a little bit less. I believe in Riot. I think that Riot will do a decent job getting rid of like suspicious dupe accounts, which they seem to have gotten rid of a lot. So I don't know how much like we need to blame all the scalpers who like flooded the raffle pool. I think there was just a lot of interest for this product. Like you had other communities not even interested in Riftbound going after it. So, it's just crazy. And we've been talking about this product for a long time. This is absolutely generational. And one truly for the precious collectors out there. Unfortunately, I will never see this in my lifetime. 7K is a big chunk of change. So, if I were to win one, I'd probably hold on to it, but 7K is a lot of money. Okay, we're talking used car territory. So for me, I would probably sell. I imagine these are gonna get, the serialized faker in there. There's gonna be some mechanic for them to be ripped. I wouldn't be that surprised to see prices go up, but I wouldn't count on it. That's a lot of money for a new product. Okay. But yeah, I mean, overall, the market is still doing incredibly well. We got reprints of Origins. They're actively hitting week over week is kind of what's happening. They're trickling out as opposed to just one, big old fat reprint. They're holding in the mid to high 200s. I'd say TCG player can find them a little bit cheaper than this, but 280 is about right. I mean, 270, 260. Origins continues to be, in my opinion, the best booster box to be invested in. Yes, they will print more in the future, more than likely, but look, it rotates out in a couple of years. It's at 10. I know it sounds like a long time from now, but I think like this is the best booster box and the best set that's out, and it's the first. And I know from other TCGs, Origins in the first kind of base sets, we'll say, of other TCGs just does well with time. It's classic. It gets me hyped for the legacy set that's coming out, but I think Origins is here to stay, and I think it's probably a good time to pick up maybe a few more boxes, which is what I plan on doing, like basically on every reprint. But we're still figuring out Riftbound's reprint schedule. They have messaged that they want to get product into players' hands, right? And so they'll print sets as much as necessary, but I don't think they're stupid. I think they, even just looking at this reprint cycle, there's something we can learn from it. And it's the fact that they're kind of spacing it out over multiple weeks time, which means they don't want to just dump the market and totally crash the price. They want it to kind of flatten and be stable. I think that's kind of the goal for them, and control it as much as possible. So kind of a positive sign in my opinion, and one that I think we can take with us going forward. When we think about future reprints for other sets. Nexus Knight kits Unleashed. Obviously, Unleashed has the what is it called? The Lee Sin Centered sealed kit of these going for $600, which honestly I don't think is the worst purchase in the world. I think that card is kind of funny. It's not GG Easy Teemo, but I do think it's pretty cool. And I think these like Nexus Knight kits are going to age really, really well with time. They're just super unique, given the game card stores, right? Game stores come out, you play, you get some packs. Like, I think they'll age really, really well. I'm particularly interested in the Origins ones. I'm considering making an investment into Origins Nexus Knight packs if I can ever find a reasonable deal on them. Um, I have heard that there might be a way to shine your flashlight in them, but I don't think that's true. I think those are a different pack. Um, the whatever the silver version packs are, those are the ones you can do that for sure. But as far as storage goes, like with the GG Easy TMO inside, people are always going to want to take a chance on them and talk about like a really unique product. Nexus Knight pack, right, has that kind of allure to it, given the game store kind of scene, the player base scene. GG Easy Teemo, like the only major chase card in any of these Nexus Knight packs. It's kind of iconic. And I think for the price, I mean, what is this? A lot of 48? They've definitely got up a lot in price, don't get me wrong. But on Probstein, they sold for, I don't know, $45 a pack. Doesn't seem that bad to me. There's only going to be fewer of them with time. I mean, obviously, I'll need to look into like if they're weighable or this and that, but I haven't heard too many negative things about them. So, as far as storage goes, super easy to store. Put them in a little shoebox, call it a day, and I can just easily see these being like $100 at some point. So I'm looking to make a purchase of these maybe in the near future. As like one of my next Riftbound kind of sealed purchases because I enjoy buying things like this. I just think it's really cool. The Irelia bundle selling in the mid to high 200s. This is still a great product. I think it's getting a little bit overshadowed by some other collector boxes that are coming out, like SKT, which is overshadowing everything, let's be honest. But still a phenomenal promo inside. Box is absolutely massive, but actually the accessories inside are pretty solid. And you even have a chance at a gold Poro coin. It's like a 10% chance. So you can see there's a silver coin here. You actually have a chance at getting a gold one, which is like kind of funny. It's not really talked about very often, but yeah. And you get 3 Chinese Spirit Forge packs, which is, it's something, I guess. But yeah, I think this box will do well. Look, like something like this with a good promo. They didn't print that many of them. I think the rumor is 10 or 11,000. Many of them have been ripped at this point, so it's only going to get scarcer with time. And they make sense to rip. You kind of want to open them, grade the promos, keep the accessories, sell the accessories. So it's a box that I think like has a good chance of just getting pretty scarce over the next couple of years. So I actually quite like them in this price range, given that it's a bit more stable. Vendetta is doing really well, still over MSRP, $160, performing extremely well. I mean, Riftbound, I think this box is just benefiting from the overall rise and the popularity of the TCG, introducing some interesting cards and things like that. But yeah, I'm not going out and buying Vendetta. I know sales volume is really strong, but it's absolutely going to be due for a reprint at some point in the future. And I'd rather just have my money parked in something like Origins or Spirit Forge with just a little bit more age and I think better sets in general. But it's impressive to see a brand new set of Riftbound, one that's like not even super hyped. Like I think Legacy is going to be really hyped that comes out early next year. But not even that hype of a set coming out here. And I think Radiance will probably follow a similar path. Here's the MSI lot. You get 4 Jinx, sealed Jinxes and a Yasuo in this lot. $270. To me, that seems like a pretty good deal. I probably would have bought this for that price. I mean, these are exclusive cards to MSI 2026. The Yasuo is extremely, pretty hard to get. It was like a raffle system, I believe. And you had a lower chance of getting this one. And by the way, just absolutely insane art. I think this is just phenomenal. And if I can get a bunch of these at a good price, I absolutely will be doing that. Although I'm a little hesitant because, they reprint cards sometimes in different languages and there's kind of that risk. But I think you're buying these and you're potentially even getting gradable, gradable copies. Makes a lot of sense in my mind. The Secret Garden boxes with those lovely promos. You have the Ultra Soft Poro, the Ivern, what's that champ called? I always forget her name. Anyway, the Bashful Bloom Altart. You get a couple packs, nothing too crazy in here, but this is a box I wouldn't mind picking up at some point. I think the promo cards are really cool. I think the Ultra Soft Poro card is fantastic. And they've only released these at Gen Con, so they're pretty scarce. They're not super common. I hope that they do a wave of these at some point in the future, but yeah, honestly, really great product in my opinion, but $250 is, it's a bit steep when you can just spend $970 on the World's 2025 box. Now this one has a rip, so makes perfect sense, but obviously like this is a pretty generational product too. Um, but I think prices are stabilizing on these. Obviously, they ran up so quickly that I think it's just natural that a lot of things in Riftbound, you know, they ran up so quickly they have to kind of be accepted at these price points. I mean, even the Arcane sealed $600. I think that's about as cheap as you're going to find these. They're only going to get scarcer with time. And when you think about the IP of Riftbound, I think Riftbound is you know, League of Legends is really strong, but you also have the fan base of Arcane, and the arts are really really cool inside. So I do think like these are gonna be easy to store. They're gonna be easy to, you know, have value inside. PSA 10's obviously doing pretty well too. So um, you know, I think that that's kind of where we're at right now in this market. Is things are just moving up. I think there's a really bright future. Things got pretty expensive. Like a lot of sealed items got pretty expensive. So we just have to wait and see and just kind of let things stabilize. But I am really, really interested in buying some Origins packs. I think I'm going to do it soon. I hate to say it, but GG Easy Timo in there, man. I just know, I just feel in my bones that I will regret not having a shitload of these in the future. That's how I feel. That card don't lie. That card don't lie. So let me know y'all's thoughts. What are you interested in? What are you buying? What are you seeing? Obviously not talking about singles or slabs, but I'm sure we'll make a video on that very soon. But I still think there's pretty good opportunity out there in the market. So curious to hear your thoughts. And thank you for visiting the channel. If you have been around here for a little while and you're enjoying the videos, I would appreciate if you know, maybe you stuck around and subscribed. It supports me a lot. And if you're here anyway, well, I'd love to have you. So thank you again for watching, and I will catch you guys very, very soon in the next video, and goodbye.